Workers work side by side to carry out the injured and the dead. Positioned on its concrete piers.
And the truss was being what we call launched. It was being moved forward to the next pier when the incident occurred.
Exactly why the truss came loose would be determined later as investigators began looking for answers and asking questions. It was now up to safety experts, project managers, and workers to determine what went wrong and how to make sure it never happened again. A stunning blow to the community, the workers, and their families. The grim news got worse. A fourth iron worker would die later at the hospital. It was the worst industrial accident in the city's modern history, and the workers who were injured would not recover quickly, left to live with the scars and memories. As was the entire city of Toledo, which had watched with pride as this new and inspiring landmark rose above the skyline as a promise of good things to come. But now, much of it lay in ruins, a surreal and ugly bruise on the city's great hope for tomorrow.
And I hope the community becomes a little bit involved with this to know that these guys put their life on the line today. And it's a sad day. It's a sad day for the iron workers as well.
Eventually, as the months and the years moved forward and the work on the bridge finally resumed, it was decided that those who died should be remembered in a special way, in a special place. At a site near the foot of the bridge along the East Toledo riverfront, a public sculpture will be built so that those names will not be forgotten, but will become a permanent. As generations come to drive over the Skyway's impressive span or behold the magic of its lights, we need to remember that this bridge was more than just a mere product of money and engineering, more than a marvel of planning and design, and that the long road that brought us here is made of much more than concrete and steel. Skyway is revolutionary in so many different ways, but there is one technical highlight we haven't talked about. And when the lights go down in Toledo, it could be the most impressive of all. Skyway is revolutionary in so many different ways, but there is one technical highlight we haven't talked about. And when the lights go down in Toledo, it could be the most impressive of all. Captain John Chamberlain of the Detroit Princess has sailed up the Maumee into Toledo Harbor many times over the years, but it never looked like this.
We see this huge light in the air. Sun went down, this sphere of light was there, and I mean, it was spectacular. I said right then, everybody's going to know where Toledo is. This is a new landmark, and it is gorgeous.
He's here for the bridge's official coming out party. Thousands line the riverbank, and a very lucky crowd lines up to see it all from the Princess itself. Everywhere are small boats sailing up and down the river for the ultimate close-up view. And it is a perspective all its own. From here, you can get a feel for just how majestic, graceful, and downright huge it is. And necessary. Sailing past the Craig Bridge points out how absolutely inadequate it has become in a 21st century world, and it gives Captain Chamberlain a new appreciation of the sacrifice that made the Veterans Glass City Skyway. And before the night is out, comes of technology that will help the form of this new bridge not only follow function, but will allow the bridge to interact with the Toledo skyline at every major event to come. You see, covering the huge pylon are glass panels 185 feet tall, 7 feet wide, with a mirror coating that reflects the sun by day. Oh, but during the night,
there's LED lighting that'll give 16.7 million combinations of color when it's all complete.
96 light-emitting diodes designed to last 22 years. So the only thing left now to honor the planning, design, work, sacrifice, the will to make it happen, is to set off the fireworks and let our new Veterans Glass City Skyway speak for itself.
I like watching the colors because they like sit there and change colors a lot.
It's just fantastic, and I hope everybody appreciates it. And 57 was when the Craig was built, and now this 207, 50 years later, and another new bridge.
The bridge is absolutely beautiful. It's got style and class, and it's really a spectacular sight.